What's up, guys? This is going to be a quick recording tonight because it was a very bad day, and I just want to go to bed and have this day end. But I'm not gonna not do a Raw review because this was actually a pretty eventful episode. The main event was, I should say. Sorry, someone was texting me, guys. My bad. Let's see. Sorry, my bad, guys. A friend was texting me. 1 second. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. My apologies. I know that was like a delayed start. Yeah, something bad happened today, so I'd rather just not review this tonight, but I'm not going to bail on you guys. It was a pretty eventful Raw with a great main event segment. Also, fair warning, the two matches in that AAA tournament for Roman right now, I don't have any of those AAA stars downloaded, so that means some of these matches tonight are not going to be spectated because I don't have those stars. So apologies in advance. That's really the only intro I got at the moment. There's not really much of an intro here. The best things in the show was the Bloodline stuff and Oba and Braun. But yeah, let's just get started now. So, our show starts first with Stephanie Vaquer making her entrance. She says she's just here for her title. She's not here to talk, and everyone knows wrestling's her first language. She wants Liv Morgan to come out here for her title and fight her. So, Liv enters with Women's World Champ. Liv enters with the rest of her Judgment Day females, with Raquel and Roxanne. Women's Intercontinental Champion Raquel and Roxanne. Liv says Stephanie might not feel like talking, but she has a lot on her mind. Becky claims her holding this title negates the hard work of the women who came before her, and she doesn't care. She's not a champion for those women, and she's not a champion for any of the fans either. And as far as Vaquer goes, she beat her at WrestleMania and then beat her down the next week so bad she spent the next few months watching her win on TV, and she knows that made her sick. More importantly, as long as Liv is here, she claims Becky and Stephanie will never be champions again. She's the greatest, longest reigning women's champion of all time. Stephanie says if Liv isn't scared, why is she all the way over there instead of coming to the ring? So Liv gets to the ring, says Stephanie's going to regret this. Raquel and Roxanne take the wing. Stephanie rushes Liv and knocks her down. Raquel and Roxanne get the better of her, but she sends them both to the floor only for Liv to double leg her. Basically, it's a big brawl. They hold Stephanie down, but then Becky Lynch makes the save. Becky runs out, yanks Liv out of the ring. She tries to interfere. Becky tries to walk away, but Stephanie grabs her, and Becky shoves her. Liv pulls Becky out of the ring and throws her face first into the post. Raquel gets the better of Stephanie, and basically in the end, Becky and Stephanie are beaten down, and Judgment Day stand tall. That's how it ends. Fun opening segment. That was it. Then backstage, the Usos come out of the doorway dancing and cheering. The stipulation last week in the main event was Jey Uso beat Solo Sikoa, so Solo Sikoa must join the Bloodline now. So the Usos are dancing around, celebrating the back of Solo. Then they're reading the bump to LA Knight, and LA Knight and Solo. Jey gets in between them, tells both of them they know they'll play. Tribal Chief's waiting. And now we go to our first match of the night. Fuck. Next we get Javon Evans versus Judgement Day's JD McDonough, with Judgement Day's AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio at ringside, still being squashed and buried. Match is very fun. It's solid because they're both great wrestlers. Javon we know is great. The company knows because they push him great. JD McDonough, underrated wrestler. He's also very good. I think he's underappreciated. Honestly, JD McDonough is underappreciated in this company. He should be a lot more praised than he is. In the middle of the match, Dominic Mysterio runs interference, but Javon doesn't really affect him. In the end, Javon does a moonsault, and he wins the match with his OG cutter move. And post-match, the person who's been feeding him most recently, Big Cass, post-match, Big Cass attacks Javon from behind and puts boots to him in the corner, and then Big Cass goes to the back. But Javon gets a mic and says, no, is that all he's got? Big Cass turns around and says, okay. Marches back of the ring and tries to hit him again, but Javon cracks him across the eyebrow. But then Big Cass shoves him away. Dominic runs in and throws Javon to the post before he and JD scamper off, and then Big Cass drags Javon to the barricade and throws him into it and beats him up again, pretty much. That's it. Then in commentary quickly informs us next week's Raw in Ottawa. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, guys. I'm not from there. They inform us that Raw next week will have a special start time at 6 p.m. Eastern. So, which means I may be uploading this episode Raw review earlier next week. Because the show will be ending earlier, I can record earlier. Then we get a promo video from Rey Fenix, the AAA Cruiserweight Champion from SmackDown. He says he's finally gonna get a chance to fight for the world title. And El Fiscal, AAA, also says it's a great opportunity. He's gonna win because he is the law. I think it's his catchphrase. I don't know. And now we get to our tournament match, which I apologize guys, I can't spectate because El Fiscal's not in the game. So, here's the update on the tournament brackets so far. Last week's Raw, Penta beat. This is all the first round still, by the way. This whole tournament is World Heavyweight Championship No. 1 Contender tournament to challenge Roman for the belt on September 14th Raw in Mexico City. Last week's Raw was the first round match. Penta advanced by beating Lyra Kid. Then this past Saturday at the AAA weekly TV show, LA Parka advanced by beating Psycho Clown. That's what we got so far. Now this is our third first round match here. The AAA Cruiserweight Champion Rey Fenix versus El Fiscal. Really good match because of course it's two great luchadors. Great stuff here. This is my first time seeing a full El Fiscal match. Also, speaking of AAA, instead of a new segment tonight for you guys, I have a question at the end about AAA, so stay tuned for that. Just something I want to see if you guys are interested in, that's all. Anyway, great match, and in the end, Rey Fenix wins with his Mexican Muscle Buster move by pinfall. So Rey Fenix now advances in the tournament. So now the updated bracket is it's actually all the first rounds actually. Oh wait, is it? Yeah. Wait, there's one more later tonight. Sorry. We'll get to that. But that's it for that round. That match. Next, we get a backstage interview of Stephanie Vaquer saying it takes Liv Morgan 3 people to beat her, and she hasn't forgotten what Roxanne Perez did to her. Becky rolls in and Stephanie tells her not to make herself a problem. Becky says as long as Vaquer is going after the title, she's not just her next problem, but her biggest problem. But hey, good luck next week. She's sure there won't be any outside interference or anything because they announced next week Stephanie Vaquer is fighting Roxanne Perez in a singles match on Raw. Stephanie's first match back since WrestleMania as well. Next we get Lyra Valkyria having a video promo talking about how it's unfair, how unfair it is that everything isn't about her, and she could do all the stuff Solo Ruca does, but she chooses not to because she's smart. She's gonna make sure Solo Ruca crashes and burns, and then she's gonna get her women's Intercontinental Championship back. And speaking of that match, we now go to it next. So now we get Solo Sikoa versus Lyra Valkyria. Solo Sikoa won the match. I feel so bad for Lyra because, man, how she's fallen off since the Bayley. Because Lyra turned heel and beat Bayley at Saturday Night Main Event. I was hoping for a big Lyra push because she's doing way better than I thought she was going to do as a heel. Her character work is very fun. She's very entertaining. I'm loving her current gimmick. But she keeps losing. I'm happy for Solo Sikoa, though. I'm happy Solo Sikoa's getting wins, but I'm also sad Lyra's losing a lot. So, really good match, though, of course, because these two ladies are both great at what they do. But in the end, Solo Sikoa wins by pinfall of her Soul Snatcher finisher. And that was it. They're clearly building Solo Sikoa to get her rematch clause against Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So they're racking Solo Sikoa up with wins because Solo Sikoa, her win-loss record on Raw so far ain't that great. So they're building her up with stacking her up, racking her up some wins to build her up for her rematch clause, most likely. And that's it. Then backstage, the Usos are chatting with Jacob Fatu about bringing Solo Sikoa back, but here Solo remains skeptical, even as Jey Uso asks him who the punk ass is now. And next we get probably the best thing on the show, besides the main event. So, backstage, the Division are being interviewed, which it's all of them. So the World Tag Team Champion Braun Breaker, the World Tag Team Champion Austin Theory, Maxxine Dupri, and Logan Paul. All four of them are being interviewed in the back. Logan Paul talks first. He says last week was all about showing that they run this place. Anybody that wants to step up will get put down. Isn't that right, Maxxine? Maxxine agrees and reminisces about Austin Theory smashing Otis's big fat face and how Akira Tozawa keeps crawling back to get beat up more. Austin Theory then says he and his boy, the dog, Braun Breaker, are the World Tag Team Champions, and he has his delicious Maxxine Dupri. Then Braun Breaker says anything he has to say to Obafemi, he'll say to his face. And with that, Braun Breaker makes his entrance and goes to the ring and gets a mic. He calls Obafemi out and says if he wants to bet that he's the future of this place, he should come take it from him right now. And then Paul Heyman enters. Paul introduces himself as his thing and says, there's one question there on everyone's mind. Who is the future of WWE? Braun Breaker asks Paul to tell him who he thinks is the future, but then Obafemi enters and has a mic. Oba says, Braun is out here asking stupid questions when he knows who the future of WWE is. Paul Heyman knows it, the fans know it, and you know who else knew exactly who the future is? Brock Lesnar knows who the future is, because the future is Obafemi, and if you have a problem with the answer, you could take it up with him any day, anytime. Braun Breaker goes to step up, but Paul holds him back, saying a step towards Oba is a step away from him, and why? This is a publicly traded company, and they don't answer to the fans at home. They answer to the shareholders, and it's not going to be popular to say in Buffalo, New York, but two of them in this ring understand that, and someone appears to be learning. After 40 years in this business, he knows when two main eventers are in the ring, you don't do an impromptu match to decide who the future is. The future understands box office, understands promoting a match to be the biggest, so it can be. So he's already set up with Adam Pearce for this upcoming Saturday Night Main Event special, which is just special because it's going to be a special one-time Sunday night's main event. It's official for that show. Obafemi versus Braun Breaker. And then we'll find out who the future of WWE is. Braun leaves and stops when he realizes Paul isn't following him, turning to see Paul shaking hands with Oba. Paul leaves the ring and tells Braun, "Put doing business," and leaving him standing there pretty confused. That was a really fun segment. Besides the main event, that was my second favorite thing on the show. Really good stuff. Yeah, that was incredible. Loved it. Next we get Dragon Lee and El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. They sent in promos about how when this tournament's important to them, and yeah. This match I also can't spectate. I'm sorry because I don't have these triple. I don't. But Dr. Wagner's not getting it. Well, he's in the ringside pass, but I don't have it. So. Anyway, this is the second first-round tournament match tonight, and it's also the final one. There was 4 first-round matches in the tournament, and this is the 4th and final one right here. So next week, the semi-final rounds begin. next week on Raw. But here's the final first round one. It's Dragon Lee versus Triple A's El Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. Well, long ass name. I've seen some of his stuff on AAA. I've also seen him on those couple matches he had on NXT, including that really good one with Ethan Page at Halloween Havoc last year for the North American title. This is a really good match, and in the end, Dragon Lee wins by pinfall with his finisher, the Operation Dragon. Good stuff. Now we get to right into the next match. Right after that, our last. Wait, actually, before I get to that, so now the tournament bracket update on it. So now, we have the two semifinals matches now. They're now officially, it's going to be Penta versus LA Parka and Dragon Lee versus Rey Fenix. My prediction: Penta and Rey Fenix meet in the finals. They're going to beat Dragon Lee and LA Parka. But now we go to our last match of the show before the last segment. Let's go set up now. So this match, Intercontinental Champion Gable defends the Intercontinental Championship against the WWE Hall of Famer and AAA GM Rey Mysterio. This is Chad Gable's first defense in the reign, and his reign as of this match is 16 days so far. This was really good, as you would expect, because these two are both great at what they do. Rey still got it. Oh man. And this match is really long and really good. And in the end, Chad Gable wins by pinfall with a victory roll pin. Post-match, Chad reaches out to embrace Rey with one arm. Rey asks for the title so he can put it around Chad's waist, and they shake hands and embrace, and Chad raises Rey's hand. Great stuff. Commentary has the next week's show. Then we see Roman arriving in a black van in the back, and now we're about to go to our main event segment after the commercial break. So, this was the best thing on the show. I saw shots of my guy JD from NY, great podcaster. He tweeted this out, and I completely agree. This was the best Bloodline segment since post WrestleMania 40. Yes, I said it. Back in the commercial, Roman and Jacob Fatu were in the ring together. Roman tells Buffalo, New York to acknowledge him, and they do. He says he could sit here all night and let him go, but there's a receipt he's going to collect, and he doesn't want to waste any more time. Bring him Solo Sikoa. So the Usos come out, bringing out Solo. They all get in the ring, and Solo squares up to Roman, hands it from himself. Roman says they could say what they want. He doesn't care. Just the sight of Solo pisses him off. He's a blessed man. He has everything you can ever imagine, but some say he's petty. Some don't understand how he can hold a receipt for so long. But how could he not with Solo? 3 years ago, the Raw Netflix debut, he beat Solo Sikoa's ass in a tribal combat match, but maybe he forgot, so they put a video package together for him. After the video plays, Roman says, Buffalo might think it's funny, but why does Solo think it's funny? He's a cool guy now, huh? He's got a watch, a chain. Roman yanks Solo's sunglasses off and stomps on them. He asks Solo why he's looking him eye to eye when he should be down on his knees begging. Then out of nowhere, Jacob superkicks Solo and locks the tongue and death grip in. Roman says that's what he's talking about and lets Solo suffer a moment before calling enough. Solo's not too funny now, is he? He's gonna have to wait for a minute because Roman has other business to handle right now. The Twins call the play, they execute the play, and they level up. He wants to be understood right now. He's the tribal chief, and the Usos are his captains, made men. And if you disrespect them, you disrespect him. He's he gets black garlands and he places one around Jey and shakes his hand for putting them. I mean, he puts them around Jey and Jimmy. Jacob's in the corner. Now Roman wants to get back to Solo, but then LA Knight's here. He runs down the ring, takes the Usos out before getting in the ring of Roman and Jacob. This is where it gets fun. Big brawl. Knight advances and Jacob attacks him from behind, lays him out, but Roman stops him from putting the death grip in. Roman backs him up and tells him to stay back. Superman punch at LA Knight. Roman tells the Usos to haul Solo up and grabs Solo by the neck and asks if this is this who he's with instead of his family. He's dragged Knight's ass into this, and now Solo Sikoa needs to send him home. He tells Solo his father's watching. His brothers are doing his job, and he needs to serve his family now. He grabs Knight and tells him he's sorry. Hits Roman with the Samoan Spike instead. But that was great stuff. That was a great moment. Roman goes to the mat dry heaving. Solo stares at Roman with his thumb extended and reaches into his jacket to get finger guns. He has the pew pew. He beats up Jey and Shimmy with LA Knight's help. Then Solo Samoan spikes Jey. LA Knight gets on Jacob. Big brawl. Knight catches a Superman punch and lays Roman out with BFT. He tells Roman he's got 10 more, all while Jacob's in the corner. Solo slides in, him and LA Knight high-five each other, and fist pump, while Solo gives the finger gun to Roman, and Roman's just sitting there in disbelief, and that was the show. Awesome stuff. Now, that was the show. Now, the thing I teased earlier about AAA, you guys, I want to discuss the end of the show. I watch, I had a news segment, so I wanted to talk about this instead. Let's see. Let me just think of how to word this. So I watch. I have to catch up on LFG, LFG, but I do watch Evolve here and there, but also don't watch it frequently, consistently every week because there's too much wrestling every week, man. So I can't review those shows because I just simply don't have time to watch them. But I have a question. Would you guys want me to start reviewing AAA? Let me know in the comments. Because I've seen so much hype around it, seeing how Undertaker is doing such a great job. It's like the best show of the week besides NXT and stuff. And like I already do Raw, NXT, and SmackDown enough, and SmackDown, like I sometimes miss because I'm busy Friday nights with work and stuff. It's a bad night for me to record. But like, so because of like, if you guys do want AAA reviews, like again, like I may not be able to do them every week, unfortunately, because of my busy schedule. I already do 3 shows enough. That's already enough every week. So like, yeah. So don't expect to be every week, but I'll try to do as much weeks as I possibly can. But would you guys be interested in that? Let me know. So I'm thinking about, because it's getting really good right now from what I hear, and I want to start watching it every week. I may just watch, like, even if I don't review it, I may just watch it for fun every week just to keep up with it and just not review it. I'll just be like my non-review show, just to enjoy it by myself without taking notes or anything. But if you guys want it, then I don't mind doing that either. Like it's up to you guys. Like, I'm letting you guys choose for me. Because my co-host, as you guys know, who's taking the time off from the podcast right now, he's in the AAA. He actually wanted to start reviewing it. But now I also want to as well because it looks like they're really popping right now. They're doing some good stuff over there. Don Castillo's sure being treated better over there than he is on Raw right now. So like that's why I wanted to ask you guys, like, what would you want me to do? I might put a poll on my channel up too, ask you guys as well. But also let me know in the comments. Because I've been thinking about it for a bit. Like, I think it would be a good idea because how hot it is right now. You may be asking, but it's always on Saturday nights. What does a WWE pay-per-view like that night for Raw and SmackDown, one of the main roster ones? Probably what I would do most likely is I'd probably review and upload the pay-per-view review. I'll still do that review and I'll upload that night. And then I'll probably just watch and review and upload AAA the next day on Sunday. That's most likely what I would do. So like, if there's no pay-per-view that weekend, it's just AAA on Saturday, I'll just get upload that night. If it's a pay-per-view week, I'll just get AAA upload the next day and the pay-per-view that night. That's all. So it'll be AAA Saturdays. If it's a pay-per-view, it'll be AAA. It'll be out on Sundays a day later. That's all. That's probably what I would do. But again, I'm not saying like I will do it. But if you guys really want it, then yeah, like I'll most likely do it. If no one's interested in it, if I get no people comments saying everyone's like, no one's really interested in me doing it, then I'm probably just not going to bother. But if enough people want it, then I will do it. That's pretty much what it comes down to. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. Just wanted to let you guys know about that. I'll be back tomorrow for NXT. Can't wait to see what Zillapot 2 does. I'm very excited. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for the NXT review. That's it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.